so good. Just now.
Well, I know that you looked a little bit like forlorn.
Oh yeah.
During that initial intro before I fucked up everything.
No, this is better. I feel like it's a rebirth.
Or squirm.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do a good job on this podcast.
Welcome to the Tragedy Academy, a show created to bridge societal divides and snorts.
No.
I love a good snort. Gary, what's going on, man?
I have no idea.
Let's act like we didn't do this.
So we just did like good amount of the podcast, and then like something happened, and then we're gonna do it again better.
But you brought your buddy here today.
So, this guy,
Yeah.
This guy.
he's Amish.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell by the beard.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Jebediah Yoder.
And now, yes, this is Tyler Council from The Real Idiots, and he lives up to the name every day of his life.
Yeah.
He's a comedian, a writer, a director, a DP, all those things.
Whoa. What's a DP?
It's two guys.
Double penetration.
Yes. A director of photography. Phenomenal with the camera in front of it, next to it, behind it, all those types of things. Good friend of mine, and he's a funny guy.
Thank you, bro. That was much better than the first one, so I'm glad we're doing this over.
Cool, perfect.
You kind of shit the bed on my intro. That was a little more grand.
Yeah, it was a little grander.
So thank you for those nice things, and thank you for having me. We did have to lose some of my best conversational work because we had an issue with the mic, but we're good now. And yeah, I'm Tyler Council of
I love that you just smoked us there.
Yeah, dude, I had to fucking put you on blast. Fucking
do it.
It's the fucking sound.
You failed to read the name, my man.
It's always waiting on
the
sound.
Tragedy Academy. It's fucking baked in.
You're
Laugh
out
now.
of here, sound guy.
Laugh now, cry later.
Get out
Yeah,
of
fire that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Why? The doors open?
Adobe.
No, so hey, I'm Tyler Council. Thanks for having me on.
Yes.
Thank you for blessing us with your presence.
Should I do a shameless plug like to start off
Yes.
rip so people don't like me right away?
Yes.
What t-shirt brand are you gonna?
Hanes. So I'm brought to you by Hanes.
Is it Hanes with the Hitler mustache?
you're gonna-
Hanes, like when Michael Jordan lost a bet or whatever the fuck happened there.
Nah, he's just like.
Is that Space Jam?
No, he just had a commercial.
The movie or the musical?
Nah,
There's some musical.
No, but there should be.
he was on a plane, right?
Yeah.
The Haynes commercial with a plane, and he just decided to do a Hitler stash because he's Michael motherfucking Jordan.
He can do whatever he wants.
It's like,
He rocked a Hitler for a while, and nobody said shit. They just looked at it.
yeah.
I think that he lost a bet.
Yeah.
That's my because
I
he's
mean,
in a gambling.
He is a
group
big
of guys.
gambling man for sure.
And I think it was either a bet where he lost something, or he bet somebody could do it.
Or he's just like, fuck you. I do
I'm
what I
Michael.
want.
Yeah, well-
I'm Michael fucking Jordan.
Yeah.
I say that all the time. Every time I hit a jumper from the free throw line, I'm Michael fucking Jordan.
You said that 0 times. I was like,
You got to be a fucked up person to ruin a mustache for the fucking eternity.
That's true.
Like, what? And Charlie Chaplin got fucked in that one, didn't he?
Well, so it looks like I have a mustache, but it's all really just nose hair.
yeah.
Um,
It looks like a party favor when you sneeze this.
yeah.
It rolls out
Yeah.
and comes back. in.
Yeah.
Bring on.
No, but go check out The Real Idiots. I'm going to do my plug because I'm a dirty little bitch.
Well, tell us what The Real Idiots is.
So The Real Idiots is a sketch comedy troupe that I started about around the 2005-ish era. And we make apeshit fucking sketch comedy, which I feel like is becoming less and less sketch comedy and more unboxing and watching people play video games. But, you know, we make original weird ass comedy for free. So go check it out. But it's REEL idiots because we're just that clever.
Dude,
Like TV.
sometimes it's the simple things.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you need a whole sentence worth of BS to tell exactly what you're doing?
That's true.
Idiots making reels.
Words are sometimes just too much.
Words suck, man.
Yeah, that's why we're doing this podcast.
They do.
Yeah.
That should be the name of the podcast.
Words
Words
suck.
suck, man.
Words suck,
There's
man.
like shit in our like.
Do we call that this? That's the title of this episode.
I'm gonna
Words
get
suck,
that shirt. Words sucks, man.
We got like a whole like theme thing.
Dishes are done. I sound like that fucking turd in The Babysitter.
Oh, that was
Whatever it was.
Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's
man.
Dead.
I love that movie. Christina Applegate.
Yeah, where they're
Yes.
like
Oh my
doing
God.
fucking skeet shooting off the
Yeah.
roof.
Love it.
Dishes are done, man.
Dude, I've said that so many times in my life. I don't even necessarily
Still
like that
do.
movie that much, and probably never watched it more than twice. But that should have just like burned in my fucking brain. That one line.
I watched it a few years ago with my 14-year-old, and it actually kind of
hold
still
up?
holds up. Not gonna lie. I loved the movie growing up though, so maybe I'm a little fucking skewed on that, but I thought it was funny. But you know what? PG-13 back then is fucking rated R now because I'll put on like something from my era and be like, holy shit.
Meatballs or
Yeah,
something.
it's fucking ridiculous.
Porkies.
Oh,
So a lot of this stuff doesn't age well, that's for sure.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Like,
Porky's fucking
I went to
going
a,
into a whorehouse and looking through a peephole. Yeah.
I went to a film festival years ago in Northern California. My brother was nominated for like best script, I believe.
Nice.
And it was Porky's something anniversary, and like the guys were speaking about it, you know, like this is fucking
somebody counted the years after Porky.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the guys got up there, the main one of the main actors, and he said that they were like, I'm gonna totally butcher this, but they're like 2/3 through the movie or something, and they were completely out of money. And the director was just like, look, like we're just, if you guys want to stay and do it, we're just split everything, back end, all the shit, and we'll just
Nice.
and like a bunch of people didn't want to do it, and like the core that like stuck it out, and the one guy's like, I think I made 16-17 million dollars or something off it over the years, and
It's like
he was
selling
supposed
your Apple stock.
yeah, he was supposed to get $130,000 or something like total, and they only paid him like 60. I'm making these numbers up.
I completely read that story wrong because I 100% thought that you were going to say that they just plugged in all topless B-roll.
Yeah.
But
Like, I thought that
maybe that's what they did.
just fucking just topless B-roll everywhere would have fit Porky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When in doubt, grab some B-roll, slap it in there.
But-
Girls' butts, fart,
You're right.
Farts.
fart noises,
Mm.
Yeah,
cheap
fart
and
noises.
effective.
Yeah, man.
Dude, the fart is
Hilarious.
that
It's an
literally-
American classic.
Cavemen laughed about farts.
Yeah, farts are fucking funny, dude.
Yeah.
That's kind of our motto at the Real Idiots. It's
Yeah.
just one big fucking fart joke.
Dick jokes too, you know.
Yeah.
Give me the dick.
Lots of dick. If you guys are into male full frontal, definitely.
Oh, you did one. So here's what I like about your videos because I'm big
Go
on
on.
attention to detail.
Yeah.
And
The
a
vein.
lot of the videos that are out right now where people are doing some form of sketch comedy, they don't necessarily put the effort into the detail around it.
Mhm.
They just play the part.
Yeah.
Whereas when you look at your videos, like the slaw video, right?
Slaw soaker.
The slaw soap.
Yeah.
Everything in there was detailed to the 90s.
Yeah.
Everything, every color, every pant, every glasses, all small items. It was just every checked every block. The teal was there,
Yeah.
the purple was there, the pink was there. It was all there, and that makes a big difference.
Oh yeah, the devil's in the details. And when you're doing just straight absurdity, if you go over the top with nailing the details and the vibe and the feel and the look, I think it makes it funnier that like these idiots fucking made a super soaker spoof of a fucking water gun that shoots coleslaw. You might as well. I mean that was my era of the 90s. So like I fucking love that time, and I love the commercials from back then.
The
And-
absurdity of it hitting their face and it still having to have been come out of that gun.
Oh, yeah. It's just a thin, milky stream, and then it explodes. Coleslaw.
Yeah, I know all about that.
We don't have fucking special effects.
Now that was,
Well, no,
that was
that's
just some
better.
kid chucking it at his face.
I don't want to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
special effects in that situation.
Yeah, so I did throw it because I bought a dollar store water gun, you know, the phallic looking one that's just like the cheapo. And I widened the tip
I was trying.
and I fucking went and it just
Oh.
kept missing. So finally I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to chuck this at you off camera. And it's like hilarious because it's so ridiculous. It doesn't matter, but it's like a thin stream of milk.
That's why it makes me
And then
laugh.
cut to from the side getting blasted with coleslaw. Yeah.
Because here's the reason why that's funny. A, it looks amazing.
Thank you. Shout out to
B, you know, everybody standing behind that camera to the left, to the right, all around it are losing
Yeah.
their shit.
Oh, yeah.
You can't not laugh at when something wet hits the face.
Yeah. The sound at the
The
end.
sound, the movement,
Yeah.
dude, it's always, it's enthralling.
Yes. It's liberating.
It's liberating.
Do you remember hypercolor clothing?
No.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So you're 36, so you're almost 10 years younger than us.
Mhm.
Like, it was heat changing.
Gross.
So, like, if I were to, like, slap him on the
Oh,
chest
yes,
or whatever,
yes,
it would
yes.
change colors,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I'm executive producer of Power Slap Show, and I
Yeah.
came up with the idea to bring those back. And, I pitched it to the powers that be and everybody, and they liked the idea. So I had, like, some samples. And we're just talking the other day on our Zoom that was not on air, which really sucks.
Yeah.
And I just got it in the mail. I tried it on. I'm like, this fucking shit sucks. Doesn't even work. Like, whatever. And then, like, I don't know what I did. I went to, like, fix my headphones, and my pits were just bright blue.
That's what happened in the 80s when they came out. It was like everything, well, this hypercolor shit.
Yeah, like,
And
nothing
two
changed.
things failed in that scenario. Number one, don't leave the fucking color change in the armpits and under the boobs.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened to everybody. It just turned into like racing stripes of shame,
Right.
like all around the body.
The under tit.
And
Yeah.
then two, it can't be slapped and change colors. You
Right.
gotta like be like, it's just hold it there.
Hold it
forget
there.
it.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, man, this is not even
It's like
work.
that guy obviously came in his pants.
It just because it's a different color altogether.
Right.
Green shirt, hot pink armpits.
Nice.
Yeah, this was like
Now
baby
that's
blue
fashion,
and that
baby.
bright ass like blue under the pits. Like, and I don't even sweat that much. And like, so if
That's
you're
all
like a
that
sweater,
Guy's a
it's
cool
real
customer.
bad. No, it's air conditioning. And
It's fucking freezing in here. No, it's getting warm.
this is at my house. My shit's on slavery because the air just nothing works.
Well,
Yeah.
the problem is when you shut the studio up and then get everything running in here,
Yeah.
temperature goes up.
True.
So I usually jack the AC up before I close the door, and then
Well, I'm aroused. I can say that much.
Yeah.
I'm fully erect right now.
nice.
Yeah, I
What
put
camera do I say that to?
oh,
You're right here, man.
I am fully aroused.
I put bandage over my nips before I do this
Oh, yeah.
podcast.
See, I got sensitive nips too.
Wow.
And A cups.
So no, man, I grew up really fucking poor in
Yeah.
South Florida with no AC, no nothing in a fucking field. And I lived with a heat rash for the first 18 years of my life.
Where'd you grow up? I'm from South Florida.
Okeechobee.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up going to Lake Placid.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
exactly where you are.
That was my summers.
Yeah.
So
We used to go over there too.
Yeah.
A lot of kneeboarding on the lake.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn near died a million
Oh,
times
yeah.
out there. Fucking
yeah.
eaten by gators, drinking gross brown water.
Of course.
Yeah,
Learned a lot
Florida.
out there. Learned a
yeah, I
lot.
grew up on Lake Erie and didn't go in it ever.
That's cold as fuck.
Yeah.
And the river catches on fire,
Mm.
and there's big signs that say "Don't go in there."
Welcome to Cleveland, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. We used to go to Coney Out Lake for vacation. Coney Out Lake Park in Pennsylvania.
Kanye.
That is like every horror movie you've ever seen. I mean, like the pool had like 6 inches of green water with like beer cans floating in it.
Mm.
We'd stay at the Ski Toe Motel, and there was Fairyland Forest, which is like a zoo, but it was the worst nightmare. My brother got attacked by a monkey, like a legit monkey, and then there was the park, which had just like had these go-karts that were the redneck, like they were duct taped together.
Yeah.
But like that was our vacations. Ski Toe Motel, Coney Park.
You had vacations, dude. That you win.
Yeah, I feel
You
like
went from one place to another place for something called fun.
Yeah.
You beat me like all together, even if it's the Skeeto Lake Motel.
Yeah.
it was rough. Like it says like do not feed the monkeys, and my dad just holds my brother over the fence, and he's like that thing just grabs his arm and just won't let go.
Oh my God.
And like my brother got fucked up at every vacation we've ever had.
Hell yeah.
Dude, he's not joking though about monkeys. I went to like a third world.
Monkeys aren't something to joke about.
It
let's
would
be
not
real.
let go.
Oh, okay.
Don't be serious about this. Go ahead, continue.
Riley, come here.
Oh.
Get out of there.
Oh no, he's cool.
No, it's the wires.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm fucking
Oh,
snatching
okay.
shit up.
There's this fucking monkey under the table.
It's just like fucking shit up.
The fuck are we talking about?
Monkeys and how serious they are.
Monkeys are
Yeah, they
not
got
serious.
some of them are like monkey.
You ever see Dustin Checks In?
No, I haven't, but that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
My monkey story. They are fucking violent.
Mm-hmm.
It's in a third world country with a zoo,
Mm-hmm.
which should not exist. Like, I feel like you should be investing your money elsewhere. But this third world zoo, I walked through, it was really sad. It was like, I could hear Sarah McLachlan in the background.
Yeah.
at every stage. I was like, I
Arms of an
think I shouldn't be
angel.
here.
Love
And
it.
there's this macaque
Mhm.
in a cage.
Yeah, look at my guy.
And the macaque is looking at me eating Cheetos and drinking a Sprite.
Oh, sounds like terrible
And
life.
sticks its arm out of the cage.
Yeah.
And is like asking me for a fucking Cheeto.
Right.
So I'm like, it looks fucking sad. I already know we're in a third world. Get my fucking Cheeto.
Yeah.
I gave him a Cheeto.
And he
He's like,
died.
fucking eats it up, puts his hand back out. And I'm like, all right, you greedy little shit. All right, give him another Cheeto. Eats it. And then he puts both hands out.
Mm.
He's asking for Sprite.
Nice.
So I'm like, all right, put a little Sprite in his hand. You know, I'm having a moment now.
Yeah.
Like, this thing is not going to do shit to me. We're kindred spirits.
Right.
Nobody else can talk to a monkey like me. This is something I should have known about. This is the moment in my life where I bond with creatures. I don't know. That fucker reached his arm out. It became like a foot and a half longer than it was before when he was grabbing Cheetos.
Uh-huh.
Grabbed a hold of my pointer finger like some vice grip
Mhm.
and pulled super hard. It was a lot stronger than it should have been.
Did you fart?
I did-
You should
I
shoot
didn't
yourself.
fart, but I
Mm,
saw
right.
fangs.
Oh shit.
He opened his mouth and was gonna fucking eat my finger like a fucking Vienna sausage.
Yeah.
Like all in a matter of seconds.
You gotta just fight
You-
fire with fire. You just throw shit at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Could you imagine? Hold on a minute. No, I
Yeah,
fucked
it's
with
got
my
like,
pants.
hey, oh yeah, play your game, motherfucker.
You
Just-
got to assert your dominance.
No, I almost got my finger bit off by a macaque. It scared the shit out of me. It was abnormally strong, and his teeth were terrifying when he finally like lifted his lips up to smile at me.
Yeah.
They were fangs. I was like, oh shit.
I've never had a monkey encounter, but you did bring up a point about, and then it died. When I was like 12 or maybe a little younger, we were at my uncle's hunting cabin in Central Florida. And the neighbor, his name was Charlie Brown, no joke. He had a horse that we'd go up and feed it stuff and pet it. And one day I gave it a fucking carrot and it started choking. It like woofed that thing and it started.
Oh no.
So I start screaming for my dad to come over. My dad runs out of the cabin, hauls ass over there. I'm like, it's fucking dying. Bro, it's at the point where this horse has laid down. And I'm like, I killed a fucking horse with a carrot. I'm like traumatized. So the thing's just like gagging and like spitting up phlegm and shit. And the carrot is not coming out of its esophagus or whatever. I'm not a horse expert, but so it keeps choking. And I'm like, this horse is going to fucking die. And within its last breath, dude, it finally coughed that fucking thing up. But I thought I killed a horse with a carrot.
That's an amazing story.
It
Like,
was
nobody else
horrifying.
could probably say that.
I don't know, man. I thought fucking,
I'm gonna-
apples,
I'm gonna
carrots.
help
all
you
good.
out with livestock and the strength of these
Thank you.
fuckers. Right? My grandfather owned a dairy.
Mhm.
And I had to go out there one time for when they were having calves.
Right.
And one of them was breech.
Yeah.
Right?
I've heard of it.
For whatever reason,
The
it's
baby's
twisted up in
twisted
there.
up, yeah.
And they want the guy with the little arm. They give me a fucking glove
Yeah.
that goes up to the shoulder, and they're like, put the chain around the leg.
Yeah.
They stick a chain in there. Cow is
Yeah.
calf is in there, and I'm really confused because I'd never seen this happen before.
Yeah.
Already grossed out. Did that. Step back to watch all the giant rednecks pull this cow out. They get a fucking winch and they start cranking. It's like clink, 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 clink. It's a ratchet strap kind of.
Yeah.
Right. I see like the cow is losing its shit.
Mhm.
Obviously,
Mhm.
it's like held in by its head or whatever. And I see the calf start coming out feet first. And it's getting longer. It's getting longer. And I'm watching it.
It
I'm
was
like,
just a foot.
no, nobody was going to catch it. We're standing on like a concrete floor.
Mm.
Are they
And I'm watching this calf come out. And then it just
Ooh.
hit the concrete like, welcome to life.
Wow.
It was like, yeah. It was fine. But I was like, its head hit the ground. So
That's some veal cutlets right there.
Oh yeah, dude.
that cow didn't give two fucks.
Yeah.
It was all over. Calf stood up. Like, I mean, it stood up.
Yeah, no one's catching those things in like the wild.
A wild cow.
Yeah, I mean they're out there having babies somewhere. They have to be
I
wild.
feel like cows are not doing
We do.
anything different. They're just put a fence around them.
We do have a wild cow problem in this country that needs to be eradicated. So I agree with you.
They're like
Gary.
the boars, right?
Maybe that'll be my next video. It's a PSA about wild cows and how they're destroying our
Wild
fucking
cows.
Yeah, they just wild the fuck out. Like
Yeah.
they doing drive-bys and shit, like
Yeah.
acting up at the bar.
fucking gangster ass
That
cows.
that sounds like that stupid movie where they're all riding motorcycles, middle aged.
Wild hogs.
Wild
Oh,
cows.
is that what it
That's
was?
that's the women's
Travolta.
version.
If you could describe your sex life by a movie title or a TV show, what would it be?
Ugh.
Should I go first?
Well, of course you got one loaded. It's your question.
Yeah, this is my pickup line, my opening line. Naked and Afraid for me.
Yeah, that's not a movie
Or TV show, I
or
said.
TV show.
Family Guy.
Different strokes.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, you inspired it because you said wild hogs, but
Oh yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't have to think about this one.
you
Far
need help?
away.
You can phone a friend.
I think like probably.
Phone a friend.
I mean, everybody's
That's-
favorite's probably
That's
Golden
like putting
Girls.
yourself up.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Golden Girls.
Golden Girls.
Who
yeah.
wants to be a millionaire? Not bad.
Yeah, but I
Good
like
pull.
old chicks.
Yeah, they're hot.
Well, there is a show, Hot Chicks, a movie Hot Chicks.
Not old Golden Girls.
I feel like
He does have a Golden Girls tattoo on his back.
Like
he's
I
got Blanche.
Yeah.
I think it was because the
Blanche
age
was
I
hot,
was.
dude.
Yeah, I think it was because we were like 14 and shit at the time,
Yeah.
and like
Blanche was never hot.
She
Blanche just said
She was
hot
a
shit.
whore. Yeah.
Yeah.
like, and you're going
Blanche,
through
Blanche was a
puberty.
female that would let you do something.
I would probably do Betty White at that age, or even now. Is she still with us?
No,
No.
Fucking
that'd be
A.
pretty
Too
rough.
soon then, huh?
Yeah, way too soon, man. Did you hear
Yeah.
about Michael Jackson?
Well, he died.
Yeah,
Oh,
Willie Nelson's not dead though.
we found that
He's-
out today.
who's not dead?
Willie Nelson, he's not dead.
No, he's still kicking. He's still blowing trees.
Yeah, you know what the last thing you want to hear when Willie Nelson sucking your dick is?
What?
I'm not Willie Nelson.
It's still disturbing on every level. Well, we found out on the last episode that our guest, the Bell from Power Slap, does not know who Willie Nelson was.
Jesus.
He's
And that hurt
21.
my heart because I was telling him, I was like, we had a hypothetical conversation on how stoned you could get if you got fucking to smoke Willie Nelson's braid.
Right.
Like, that would be an amazing
Yeah.
high.
Yeah.
Like, you roll up Willie Nelson's braid and get like everything that's ever been
Yeah.
worked.
Yeah.
You would get stoned for sure. And I would be terrified to do that because I don't smoke weed, believe it or not.
Yeah, I could not hang with that like kind of thing.
Yeah, he is
What, with
But-
Billy?
But he probably smokes regular weed.
Yeah,
Oh, he
like-
smokes
not-
regs for sure.
Yeah, he smokes weed
Reds,
before like
just
science
straight
got
up.
involved.
Do y'all remember
Straight-
Christmas Bud?
What
Was
the
that
fuck
a
is
thing for you?
Christmas bud?
Yeah.
I mean, you're from you're from,
Is
yeah,
that like-
I'm
You're
from
Central
a fucking
Florida.
pasture.
Is that like Crippies?
So it was during Christmas time. It would be like undergrown, like not fully developed bud. So it was a little bit better than regs, brickweed, and it was like in between crip and sorry to say that,
Yeah.
crypto and not the currency and regs. So it was Christmas bud. It only come around in December.
Yeah. No,
Interesting.
we had like weed,
Yeah.
and then we had like stress, which was like worse than regular weed,
Mhm.
and then you just had like good weed, which usually was called like dro or hydro,
Mhm.
but we didn't. Like, that's it. Like if it was green and like didn't have a lot of beans and sticks in it, that shit was like usually dro or
Yeah.
hydro, and if it was just butt brick shit, it was stress, and the other shit was like in the middle.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I ever tried Crippy.
Yeah.
I was with this guy. It was
The quintessential weed guy in school that had the lowrider
Yeah.
with the giant speakers behind his
Fucking
seats
gold
and-
grill.
Yeah. So me and this dude, we became friends for a little while, and we were gonna go to my first concert too, which is the fucking Offspring,
Mm,
right?
that's a good concert. That's fun.
It is when you fucking know you were even there,
Mm.
because all I remember is getting into the car and we smoked up, went to his house.
That's
He had to check in with his mom before we left.
Right.
He didn't tell me this. His mom comes out to meet the friend in the car, only to find me watching the reflection in the radio like I'm staring at an IMAX theater.
Oh my God. See, that's
I didn't realize I had been sitting alone in this car for like fucking 20 minutes staring at the fucking radio.
That's amazing.
Just watching like a movie, and there was no screen. The car was off.
Oh my God.
I'm so fucking high.
I gotta pee. Can I pee real quick?
Yeah, please.
Okay. We're here.
I mean, you can pee slow too if you want.
You should say welcome back.
Welcome back. This is Holly and Podcast Talk.
This is a very nice Chipotle. Or
Chipotle.
Chipotle is like underrated.
I don't like Chipotle.
oh
What?
fuck
You don't?
I like Chipotle.
Chipotle's the shit.
I like
like
no. I like Chipotle delivered.
Mm,
I don't want Chipotle.
that's the
at your
fattest thing I've
fucking-
ever heard.
I don't want I don't want your public seating.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I don't,
I
go
don't
out
like that
public.
weird seating thing they do at Chipotle where you're supposed to eat with strangers.
You do?
Yeah.
I never knew that was a thing.
No, it's Grubhub and Uber Eats for me all day long.
Oh yeah, I use Postmates, but
Fucking rich guy.
I think,
Yeah.
but it's all. It's like it's all the same with Uber now.
Yeah. Well, I have Uber One, and I suggest everybody get it. You save a lot of money. You pay for a subscription.
Oh yeah, I got that.
No
He's got
shit.
Yeah, 'cause you don't have to pay the delivery fee.
Yep. And you save on rides and you save on food. It's great.
Yeah, I don't use Uber that much, but I would do it for the food.
The food, 100%. I don't use it. I mean, well, I do if I'm going out drinking.
I used to live in Chicago. I used to use fucking Uber all the time because who the fuck wants to drive a car?
Chicago, eh?
Chicago.
And Uber's like one of those things that made like you used to just have to drive drunk or not go or like
Call a cab.
like a cab would never come in. Like if you live in New York or somewhere, maybe. But even Cleveland, I never saw a fucking taxi cab. It was like you got to risk your freedom and your life to get home, or you got to figure out how to get your car back
No,
the next day.
Uber's a fucking game
I
changer.
heard about taxis where I grew up.
Same.
Yeah, you, watch that show, you just watch that show with Danny DeVito and like these guys.
Yeah,
are funny.
that's all I knew about a taxi.
Yeah, fucking Andy Kaufman. I would never take a cab. I would just drive drunk or, like you said, not go. I wonder what the statistics are on like how many lives have been saved because of Uber.
It's got to be a lot because I was like, I don't drive drunk at all. I'm not that I was an idiot when I was younger too. This was much younger. I wouldn't, now. But either way, but now it's like not even a thought.
Yeah, no.
If I'm gonna go out and have more than one beer, I'm just gonna take an Uber.
Yeah,
It's weird how that worked out. Like our generation was the one that saw the shift quick
right.
because we were the ones that would have done it and now absolutely don't want to do it.
Right.
Because it just, once the option was there, we
Yeah.
were fine.
Good with it.
Good with it. And
Yeah.
nobody wants to go back for their car.
Like,
They will risk everybody's life.
But I will drive somewhere and then have a bunch of drinks and then Uber home and get my Uber back to my car
I've
the
done.
next day.
If I wasn't
don't
planning
wanna
on drinking,
Yeah.
and just like breaks out, I've done that.
I haven't drank in like 7 years.
Oh shit! Sorry.
And it's not even like it never fucking did anything it should have done for me.
Yeah.
I'm too imbalanced, man. It just fucks me over.
Yeah.
And then it makes me feel like shit for like 3 days. I drank a lot. in
That
the
makes
Army.
sense. Yeah.
Like, I mean, more than my fair share. Probably should have died a few times.
Yeah.
It just, weed did something for me that would
Did
never.
Yeah. Well, everybody's different, man.
Yeah. I
I'm
firmly
a
believe that.
material girl living in a material world.
That is
I don't know if that
Yeah.
fits.
zero.
Can we edit that out,
Yeah. No.
Gary?
I'm not really sure what you're talking about, but we're gonna like put the music behind.
Just put music over that sentence.
Oh,
I don't know if we'll ever recover from that.
No, I'm going to actually put you in lacy, like, arm things.
Oh, like Madonna?
like and like they're like
It's like-
casts,
I'll
too.
hold them still to make it easier for you.
I saw Madonna with my wife. We went and saw them in Miami at the Fillmore,
Oh, okay.
right?
Yeah.
Fuck that place.
Fuck that place for
Yes,
sure.
man.
And fuck her for that particular moment. I was really upset because she complained that she had a fucked up knee that would hurt when the air conditioning was on.
Mm.
So I had to sit in the Fillmore
Watching Madonna.
watching Madonna with no AC.
Yeah.
But
So do they. That's why
sat
they
there
like it so
and
much.
Oh, okay.
enjoyed the hell out of it because there's something about somebody having fun next to you that's truly enjoying it that makes it infectious.
So this is probably infectious because you can tell how much fun I'm having right now, right?
Yeah. Like, yeah, you can
No,
like,
this is a blast. This is fucking neato.
and Madonna's like, it's like one of those things that your gay friends really like a lot, and you like act like you don't like it that much, but like you really do.
Dude, but when you're in the car
It's
and
that-
one of those originals come on,
Yeah. No, everybody gets it. I
Yeah.
mean, but you also have that like underlying feeling where you're like, great, now I'm gay.
I like that is what makes you feel like you're
Weird,
possibly
yeah.
gay.
Yeah, like when you start singing like a prayer like super loud by yourself, you're like,
Great song.
yeah,
And you've got lipstick on the mirror in the shape of a heart with your face in it.
Oh,
yeah.
tucked up.
Yeah. It's full cocktail.
Having a moment.
Reading Men's Health, listening to some
Reading Men's Health.
Oh yeah, yeah. We should have Bobby Maximus back.
I got a copy of Thrasher.
Yeah.
Oh, Thrasher, that's what you. That's what like.
I wanted that shit so much when I was a kid. I wanted the Thrasher magazine and all that stuff.
Well, I wanted to be a skateboarder. just-
Yeah, I did too, but I
Yeah.
lived in Okeechobee, Florida on a highway.
I had the toy industry skateboard. What was it called?
Nash,
No, it was
Oh,
the
the other one.
Little Devils.
Little Devils.
I'm gonna sound like such a poozer. I don't know. I could street skate a little bit, but as soon as I tried to hit a mini vert, I fucking broke my ass, and that was
Oh yeah, we didn't have like trying to skateboard in Cleveland's not a thing.
I got-
Like
I got
with
made fun
the
of.
fucking trees busting up through the fucking sidewalk and like humongous potholes. Like you're getting like 4 feet and it's just teeth.
It's pretty funny. I like the
It's like
idea.
fucking Paperboy, the video game.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, that was a good ass video.
Oh, that
game.
was a great video.
I was
game.
just
Yeah, it
talking
was.
about
It was
that.
just Frogger with news.
Yeah, that was
Chucking papers.
that thing was good. Like that was a Commodore 64 game, I believe, as well as
Was it? No,
No, it's NES.
NES.
Oh, wasn't that one of
And they might have had it before, but
Yeah.
I played on NES.
Yeah,
Same.
I wanted
You're
something like.
thinking of Oregon Trail.
No, I was thinking of BC's Quest for Tires,
Fucking
maybe.
Oregon Trail and Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
Oh
I
yeah,
never played that one.
Never-
The Oregon Trail
It was
I
a
played, and it
Computer floppy
was
disk.
it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's bad.
man, it's like crazy how far shit's come. Like,
Floppy disk to now.
like that was a big deal too. Like
My
fucking-
phone is or my watch is telling me that my heart rate's a little high right now.
Yeah, because you're like all
Dude,
excited about Carmen
It's
San Diego.
insane. Our generation, there and again, we're the analog to digital generation.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's almost like an onus on us to translate.
I
Like,
do it all the time. Like
I feel like I'm forced into this
Yeah.
position where I've got to like make the old people understand.
We have to write our
what the young
legacy
people-
letters, like our soup recipe, and also like what a floppy disk is.
yeah, like my dad still got a flip phone and could not figure out a smartphone. He never will be able to. And then I took my nephew record shopping, and he calls them music discs. And he's like, "When are we gonna go back to get some of those music discs
Discs.
again?" And
Discs.
I got him just like I'm just digging and just buying crazy shit. And he's like hearing like 40 records. He's
Oh,
I was
man.
just like,
I love
Who's Willie Nelson?
Yeah.
nice.
Not to sound like a douche, but I love vinyl. There's nothing better.
Dude,
Yeah.
I got a lot of it. Got my dad's vinyl.
Yeah.
There's something about it. It's not that it's nostalgic for the actual quality of the music.
Yeah.
There's a warmth
Yeah.
in
I can hear
vinyl.
it.
The,
The
even the
feel.
crackle, it has something
Oh,
to
yeah.
it.
It's
Yeah,
just like
cracker is-
35. Go ahead.
That's like the crackle is a fucking time machine.
Yeah.
Like it brings
hear
you
that?
to
That's a great-
somewhere else. Like
Even when they digitally like put it in a beat or whatever, and you hear that record crackle on there, you're like, okay, this
Makes
is gonna be fire.
Honestly, it's
they're at
what
least
made me like
trying.
Mac Miller.
Yeah.
When I first, as soon as I heard the samples and the way that they sounded,
Yeah.
it attracted me real quickly. Gary
Yeah.
brought it up. I'd never really paid attention to him, but when I started hearing his samples, they always had that crackle and he was using older stuff.
Yeah.
And that always just, I've loved that sound.
I saw him live with Kendrick before Kendrick blew up. And like Mac Miller came on the stage and was like being Kendrick's hype man. And like, that
Oh,
was
shit.
fucking great. Like, a lot of people knew his shit. I didn't know anything about Kendrick, but I was like, this guy is fucking a unicorn, dude. And Mac Miller too. Like I didn't really.
Well, like literally, or do you have it by the horn?
He was
or-
fucking a unicorn. No, but I didn't. So it was a Sunfest, and I didn't even really know who like I heard of Mac Miller. I've heard like
most
the Good Day
unoriginal
song
Florida
or whatever.
fucking
But
fest.
yeah, it's horrible. But it was also Damian Marley and Nas, so it was a pretty good
I would have
year.
went for that.
Yeah, I'm there.
That year was fucking dope, and I've only gone once, and it was that. But I just was blown away by Mac Miller, and I was blown away by Kendrick and the vibe.
I just hated on Mac Miller forever just because I hate white rappers in general,
Yeah,
like
what
because I'm
up? That's
jealous
me, dog.
or whatever, And I hated him, like just fuck this college white boy stupid party rap shit. And then he died. And I was watching Tiny Desk concerts
Yeah.
and like just watching through like a bunch of them, and he just came on, he started singing, and I was like started crying.
That was great. No,
Like I was like,
you
shit,
could
man.
feel his pain, dude.
I was like, yeah, this is not what I don't remember what his popular songs were now, but like he had a couple that came out that I just thought were lame.
Spins and shit
Just like
like
this
that.
was
I'm a white rapper, so if people already didn't like me, then
yeah.
they
Well, I
definitely don't now.
I just was like,
Like,
I don't know.
but with a W.
it was like more critical of
Rapper,
my own kind of-
rapper.
White rapper.
Yeah, it was just fucking jealousy and shit, whatever it was. But
Do you want me to spit a bar,
I
bro?
do spit all the bars.
Yo, just listen, envision the illest precision of rhythm. I got it on lock. My composition should be living in prison. My ammunition consistent to trade 8 pounds of fly women. Yeah, I know now my mission that was given. I was chosen to do it. This was more than music. This a lyrical miracle on a beat. Conquer my spirit, child, defeat. Never back down, never retreat. Please believe. I spread cheddar like easy cheese. I breathe and squeeze at these MCs, insane brain waves, but I seem relieved. It's such a breeze for me, the way the music breathes to me. I mean, just quit your fucking crying, homie. I was growing up, broke as fuck without a dime on me. I'm gonna make it to the top, even if the climb's lonely. That's all I got.
Pretty good.
That's damn good.
Thank you.
You've recited
For a
that at
white
least
guy.
1 million times since the
But
8th grade.
definitely
It's pretty-
flies
Definitely,
for a white guy.
just
Oh no, that's
cut to the
annoying.
picture of me with Madonna gloves and get rid of that.
No, I'm leaving that in there. See, you just made us like legitimate. There's like when you watch podcasts,
Thank
video
you.
clips,
Yeah.
and then you see that one where everybody's watching the dude like spit bars,
Yeah.
and you're like, that's a real podcast.
This is like the wake up show right
This
now.
is cool.
Oh yeah, but usually those guys like kill it in there.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, and there wasn't just like
Oh, we didn't give him a good.
Oh, can you
yeah,
do it
like,
now?
we
We
didn't-
can edit it in. Just be like, oh,
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
yeah, you got to put like that.
wait, you
fucking,
didn't do it. Ready?
yeah,
3,
I'm gonna put the horn in.
2.
Oh shit!
Oh, bars,
Yeah,
bars.
Bars,
flame,
bars.
flame.
I'm gonna run around in a circle.
Yeah, it's like you won a Super Bowl and
You
shit.
jump in the pool. Fucking.
I love extreme shit that is not necessary.
Yes, that's kind of what we do. We should talk about the real idiots.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
do this
that's
because-
like what we're
That's
gonna
why
do.
you're here.
Yeah. It's kind of my wheelhouse. I
Yes.
know I spit mad flame and shit,
So
but
what is next for the real idiots? Like what is the goal as a group besides having fun with friends and making cool shit?
yeah.
Is there a destination or a goal or something that you'd like to see bigger for it?
100%. We have goals, man. No, it didn't start out that way, but like organically with people that, so there's no middle ground. The people that love our shit, and it's not for everybody, but seeing the growth one by one, subscriber, whatever, kind of feels like validation that us just being authentic assholes, there's a market for it. So like I'd love to either stay independent and just do it on YouTube, and we're not making any money, but like maybe like if we could start making money, I'd love to make that my full-time career, is just making outlandish videos or selling a show. So if you've ever seen it, obviously our wheelhouse is fake fucked up commercials. So right now I'm in the process of trying to sell a show called Badvertisements, which it's trademarked, bitch. You can't steal that. It's a fucking 22-minute show with commercials. It would be 30, a 22-minute show of just fake fucked up commercials like Sloss Soaker and Gus's Diesel Garage Door Openers. And
We had like one that was like a 90s or 80s porn line. It was all
that's
dudes.
Paradise, guys. That's Gary's favorite.
It's up
So
there.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what to do. Like,
Yeah.
okay, do I start like just handle it?
Great, now I'm gay is really where it goes. No, it's
These benchmarks.
I mean, it goes back to the 90s, the late night sex hotline commercials, but this is all
Amazing.
this is all unattractive men, and we claim to be the sexiest men in Canada. And just doing unsexy shit sexually.
Poor
You should
Canada.
check that out.
Oh, I'd like Canadians, man. Like they got a whole different like brand of humor.
Yeah.
Like fuck.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, but it's like they're fucking hilarious too.
They're dry. They're very
Yeah.
it's almost like British humor.
Yeah.
It does take a bit of understanding to get certain types of wit.
Right.
And I respect humor when it's done right in each one of those forms.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be my humor.
Mhm.
As long as you're not using the F word as a crutch to get your fucking set done,
Yeah.
like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, that's as long as it's your art and you're doing it your way. Like, what's not funnier than Ben Stein saying Bueller over and
Yeah.
over again?
Yeah.
It's classic.
Mm-hmm.
He's Ben Stein.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the Canadian and British market get my shit more than most because it's just like it's dry, but it's also absurd. So like a lot of the dialogue is very British humor, like very just like direct to the point. Ignore that weird thing I just said and just keep going. Never acknowledge it.
I love that.
But the visuals are like very like, oh, way too much blood or way too much shit or way too much coleslaw. So I
Too
do
much coleslaw.
looking at the analytics, you can see a lot of also Australia.
I was gonna ask if that was one of yours.
Australia definitely likes their stuff.
Oh, yeah, they've got dark humor on
Yeah.
lock.
Yeah,
and
that's it.
over the top and a
Yes.
lot. We do cuss a lot. So I'm
Yeah.
sorry to say, but we don't use it as a crutch more so that we use it like unnecessarily,
That's different.
you know.
So when a comedian does a set and every other word is the F word because they really don't know what they're going to say next.
Right. It's like
And
a
it's
comma.
fuckity fuck bomb, fuckity
Yeah.
fuck. It's like, no,
Yeah.
I can deal without that. Give me something. If you want to tell me a story about the origin of the word and say it that many times,
Yeah.
that could be funny.
Yeah.
Right. If done correctly. But if you're just using it as like your adjective or something.
Yeah, no, I get that. That movie with Simon Pegg with the alien and Seth Rogen playing the alien. You remember that?
No.
No. An alien pig.
Simon Pegg from like the zombie movie.
I said Seth Rogen was playing an alien
Seth,
pig.
Seth,
How was I missing
that I
this?
watched that. No, but they literally leaned on the F word the whole time, and it turned me off. And I cuss all the time, but
The fucking, what is that, a Vuvuzela or whatever?
Vuvuzela.
Oh,
Vuvuzela.
dude. Like
Isn't that like an instrument in Pitbull's music? Like
Yeah,
They
every-
should
Brazil.
they do it in soccer, but it's so annoying. They should just like give the crowd like recorders
oh, yeah.
and everybody's playing.
Oh, every time I
when the Saints
number one thing to play when your dad has a hangover.
so recording.
I'll tell you
Three
what,
blind mice.
Saints go marching in.
those things are
Hot
whack
cross buns.
until like a million Brazilians are playing those at the same time, and then
Oh,
it becomes like a different like kind of vibe.
Maybe.
Like
I don't know.
when we were doing America Top Team versus Black Zillions, and it was crazy shit ever. I'm in 200 UFC fights all over the world, and it was 100 people in the gym that hated each other so much.
Oh,
Black
that's
Zillions on one
nice.
side and America Top Team guys on the other side, and they started playing those fucking flutes, all the Brazilian dudes in there, and it was like almost 10 years, 2015 or 16, like when those things were like popping. And like that shit turned into like some war chant shit.
Really?
Man. Like it was nuts, man. They were
I do like a good war chant.
yeah, it was like they were chanting that "Vous Vamore," I butchered it, but you're gonna die in Portuguese. And then the other side was chanting ATT, and it was fucking like 900 degrees in there. And man, it was like
Mad Max and the Thunderdome.
yeah,
and
it was my job to make sure nothing happened.
Oh, that's
And-
good.
You know,
It was like, and it was like you had like the
what were you gonna actually do?
I was gonna stand in the way, and one of them was gonna hit me and hopefully feel bad. That was it.
Hopefully.
That was it. Because like, I mean, there's like
Punch.
oh, yeah, like Bigfoot Silva and like Tyrone Spawn,
That's what I
like
mean, like-
forehead to forehead, and then like, man, yeah, like Robbie Lawler, like and Rashad Evans about to go at it once, or and like Michael Johnson was about to fight. Like it was like
Oh,
all
rest in peace, Michael Johnson. I actually did a video with him.
he's alive.
Oh, sorry.
We're just fucking up everybody.
No, what's this fucking name?
Let's kill somebody else.
The humongous heavyweight big black dude.
Kimbo?
No, he died of some complications, but I did a sizzle reel for him. Okay, well now I feel bad that I don't. Sorry,
Oh,
rest in
man.
peace.
Rest in peace.
Kevin Randleman.
No, I'll have to go on my Instagram.
Oh, Anthony Rumble Johnson.
Yes,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
close, and
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
man.
Man, that's fucking. He was such a nice guy. Me and Eric Bush, a camera operator on the show that we've worked on together, we did like a little sizzle for him and shit. And he was like the most nicest guy.
Yeah.
And he passed away. So
Yeah.
rest in peace, Anthony Rumble Johnson. Sorry.
Yeah, but yeah, he tried to fight me in a barbershop once, and man,
Sounds
we
way too common.
we became friends after. But he tried out for the Ultimate Fighter. It's a 170-pound season, I think, and he's like 200 pounds or something at the time. And I'm just like, hey, man, you just can't, man. It's just you can't, and you can't make the weight. It's not safe or like whatever. And then before that season even aired, they called him up to UFC. But before that had happened, I was living half in LA and half in Vegas, and I go to my barbershop and and they're going on and on and on. And like I walk in, and he's like, "That's one of those motherfuckers right there." And my barber's like, "Man, he's
Worst
cool,
thing
man."
to hear.
He's like, he's cool, man. He's like, "All white dudes ain't like that." He's like, "No, that's the actual motherfucker right there." And he's like, I was like, man, like he was mad.
You got unvouched.
Yeah, because he was, man, it was his dream and shit. And I was like, man, I'm looking out for you, man. You can't go on the show and then miss weight. Like that is the worst thing you could do.
Oh,
They will make you the clown forever, And then after we ended up talking about it, like maybe a year later, and he's like, yeah, you were right. You know, and shit. But at the time he had worked, like these guys worked their whole life to get that shot. And then my little fucking white ass is in there going like, nah, man, you can't do it. Like, fucking motherfucker, I'll make the weight. Like, he might have made it, but it would have not been healthy.
Too risky.
No, his head would have been all dehydrated as shit.
But that's a bad
like
man.
50 Cent in that one movie.
Yeah.
That was so scary looking.
Oh, yeah, that was rough. Like,
Which one? I don't know.
You never saw this?
Like, went like full like Philadelphia and like got
Right,
super
okay.
fucking skinny. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like rail thin, weird looking.
Let's talk about AIDS. Let's change the subject to something more positive.
Yeah.
There, quick selfie.
Oh,
Family
positive.
Guy.
Positive. I see what you did there.
All right.
Hey,
1, 2,
Say yes.
AIDS.
Say yes.
remember when that was like dangerous and like people had to wear condoms?
Yeah, now you can just
Oh,
fucking raw
man.
dog.
Yeah, you're just like, you guys got to go to Canada for like a weekend and you get rid of that
I
shit.
had a buddy used to say all the time, condoms are for sailors. I don't know what that meant, but he used to say that.
Yeah, I mean,
Condoms are for sailors.
Because you come into port after being out to sea forever and you just want to fuck anything that has a pulse.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
you-
yeah,
so you
I
have
could see
condoms.
how that would be a thing.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, it doesn't fucking die down.
Condoms don't work, people. If I have one thing to say to the kids, words of wisdom. One thing to say is fuck school, drop out, smoke cigarettes, and condoms don't work.
yeah, I did a lot of that stuff.
Just fucking the more you know, rainbow comes
Yeah, I
over.
don't like cigarettes. The other stuff, fucking YOLO.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You only live once, dog.
Yeah, and it might not be that long if you listen to Tyler.
Yeah. We're gonna die, you guys.
Oh man, let's
Smiling, rolling down a hill with like fucking all sorts of shit in your
Oh,
teeth.
yeah.
And
Yeah, we talked about that on the warm up.
Oh, I don't think it's even in there, like, because
Oh, good.
because you fucked it all up.
I did.
So how do we segue into this politely?
This one time he like ate shit literally and then broke his arms.
Literally ate shit.
Yeah.
I mean, he was dead as he's rolling down that hill. It's getting in his teeth.
Should I tell the story again?
I mean, if his teeth hit the ground enough to break, it landed on the poop.
They didn't break. All my teeth from here over were loose.
Yeah, because
This one's dead, but
poop.
So actually, I'm fascinated with the loose teeth thing
mhm.
because we all have those weird dreams periodically where your teeth are
fall out,
falling
yeah.
out.
I never had that dream.
Very disturbing.
Like, I'm not a pussy.
What do you?
No, I never
what does
had
it feel
teeth
like when the
fallout dream.
fucking teeth are actually loose? Are you
It's-
like constantly disturbed,
It's horrendous.
wiggling them? I can feel me like
No, this one was my go-to wiggler. So I was always go-to wiggler.
What, everybody has this dream that
Sounds like a sex.
You never had a dream where your teeth were falling out?
No.
No,
That's a common one.
that's a very common dream. It's very terrifying too.
Yeah.
Like your teeth will crumble.
Yeah, I've had some fucked up dreams, but
It's
keep
something
my
I don't
teeth
know
in.
what the psychology behind it is, but I'm
means
sure
you're
it stems from like right.
Everything needs
Now you
that.
can suck dick better. Wiggly teeth.
Can we just say that you're only gay if you're gay?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you do, what you wear, how you act.
Hey.
You can do whatever the fuck you want. You're still only gay if you're gay.
Yeah, that's it. There's only one. There's two. There's no C answer. No, they're talking about something we talked about earlier. I was working on a TV show with Gary out in the middle of Wyoming, and I broke my fucking wrist and my hand, so I didn't have access to either fucking limb. Thank God for my wife. Let's just
Show is called Street Outlaws. Name of the game?
send it.
Feet Outlaws.
See, oh, okay. So, yeah,
My God, dude.
So-
Set
it's
you up.
almost like I didn't already have this fucking conversation.
God, dude.
Alley-oop? No. So we worked on a show called Street Outlaws, and from time to time, when there was booze involved, we would play a game called Feet Outlaws, and we'd foot race. And we're all most of us are too old to be doing that shit,
Exactly, dude.
including me.
Why do the shoes come off? Why is it where
No.
in life when we were kids did you remember like
You're faster
I'm
without
faster
shoes.
without shoes?
Yeah, I'm
The
not.
fuck did that mean?
Yeah, it's not where I'm from.
Yeah, but you're rich. You had like the fucking.
No, I'm
Reebok
from
pumps.
Cleveland. I did have those eventually, but you don't take your shoes off and run down the street in Cleveland. Like when I didn't grow up in Florida, like run on the beach or the grass.
Oh, dude, it was called fucking Flintstone feet, bro.
Yep.
Kicking rocks, bro.
Dude, and you would challenge people to races all the time barefoot.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Well,
Or
I
blame
was-
the shoes.
I was barefoot because we just got off the river, and
The first time.
the
Second
first time. Well, yeah, so we raced right after the river and I won. And then the dude wanted a rematch and cut to not good stuff happening. We started racing downhill barefoot and my feet were getting a little cartoony and going way behind me. And I was like, I got to fucking fail.
Like you're walking too fast down a mountain.
Exactly.
That's the worst.
But
It's
running
uncontrollable.
barefoot. And by the time I decided to bail, I fucking curb stomped my face.
Oh, that's the other like decision. Like I'm just gonna have to go down right
Yeah,
now.
you
Like,
have to go. I had to go. It
It
was
could have
like,
been worse.
it couldn't have been worse.
No.
Yes, it can, and I'll get to that. But so I made the decision that I lost the race and that it's time to bail. And I smashed my face on a curb, rolled over the curb into some rocks. And when I tried to brace myself, I broke both forearms in this arm, my right arm, and the forearm bones went through my wrist sockets. And then I shattered my hand. And everybody came running over. You okay? I'm like, I'm fine. And I gave like the passive, like, just forget about it.
Yeah.
And my hand was
you
lower.
found your extra wrist.
Yes, my hand was
Look at the wrist still.
yeah, my hand was hanging lower than where my forearm bones are supposed to connect it. And so I went.
Stirred mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I went to the hospital. Eventually, they put me on ketamine. They
What
said,
was the ketamine like? Because I know some people that have said that they can have actual like liberating experiences under certain circumstances that people
this
use
wasn't one of them.
No.
Yeah.
while they're pulling your hand
So I've
bones.
never purposely taken ketamine or
Yeah.
I
tried.
haven't either.
I
I'm
did
just
at the
curious.
grave once,
I know-
and
I
it
know
wasn't
people.
great.
I know people that swear by it and how awesome it is or whatever, but that's just too scary. for me.
I tried one time and it
So-
didn't like it.
It was scary. I was looking at what's going on, but it was like from a different perspective. When they were pulling my arm, I was watching it and it felt like pressure,
Like fear and loathing lost.
but I was looking at it from like above my body. It was
Yeah.
fucking
Oh.
weird.
I've heard that.
Of yourself, looking at yourself, getting your fucking arm
Right. So they set my broken wrist and then told me that my left hand wasn't broken, but I knew it was. It was shattered. And then I got taken back to the hotel. They're like, sleep it off. You'll be fine.
They got Motrin.
I try to open up a bottle of water and just excruciating pain with my left hand. So I knew it was broken. They ended up calling me the next morning at 9 a.m. saying, hey, your left hand shattered. And I go, I fucking told you that. But it was probably because I had a bad attitude that they didn't give a fuck. Anyways, long story short, my wife had to fly out to Wyoming to pick me up. And I had been there laid up in bed for 3 days while she could try to get our kid watched and get a flight out to the middle of fucking nowhere.
Fucking trouble.
Dude, thank God I was on so much Oxycontin that I didn't shit yet. But like I had Scotty, who was an audio guy, and Slappy, a camera guy. I had a walkie-talkie and I would hit them up. Scotty had to like fucking undress me at one point, put me in the shower. So like full dick out. It was great. But my wife arrives in Wyoming and I told her to buy a bidet, a portable bidet. Because I was like, the last thing that's going to happen is you wiping my ass.
Oh yeah, that's a no-go.
So that's how you that's how you accidentally get divorced. No, but she rolled up and I was like, put that fucking thing in right now. So Scotty's like scrambling and fucking trying to hook up the bidet. The minute it was in, I was fucking blasting.
You were like scooting like a dog on that fucker.
Holy fuck. Thank God.
Those things are pretty amazing.
They are great.
Dude,
like,
game changer.
Yeah, I just went to Hawaii and the guy, I
100%.
got to like the platinum, Amex Platinum. Like I was like, I want the best hotel, you know, for like the last 3 nights. So just they catered to Japanese tourists a lot, and they had $15,000
Bidet
toilets
City.
in there. It was ridiculous. There's more controls on this thing than in my.
They sing songs.
It's like my Corvette. It, like had to come down like all these different heats and
Fucking command station.
dude, it was
It is,
ridiculous. Dude.
dude.
I spent like half the fucking time just on that thing.
I've heard
heat
about
seats.
these. Yeah, they like
Heated.
welcome you. It's like
give me your shit.
when you walk in.
Oh yeah.
I lived in Japan for like 5 years.
Yeah.
I watched a friend actually fucking spray himself in the face with one,
Oh,
which was
God.
fucking amazing, and a public one at this. Like I watched him get eye herpes like 5
Oh
times.
yeah.
But
Discern.
these things, they have like down the arm, you'll have like a picture of like a woman and a man. Like the thing fucking moves underneath to like, you know, the
Find your
snooch or
butthole.
the butthole.
Yeah.
Like it goes both ways, and then it'll have like a fucking blow dryer.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
It'll-
The drying part's nice.
When it's done, it'll like play a fucking tune. It'll like
Nice.
like your dryer just stops.
Yeah.
And you get coins into your account.
Yeah, it's- yeah, I mean, it was like, that's, I don't know how like people just get on like that cold, crappy toilet seat still.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it only took me having no arms to use to discovered the bidet, and I've never gone back. It's fucking-
I fucking talked about this on the last episode. I hate toilet paper. I think it's the grossest thing ever. I don't understand why.
He
it's
just
still
air
in
dries it.
society.
yeah.
No,
Like,
man.
it'll crust up and fall off
Yeah,
of
If
it.
still
shit
very
was on
acidic.
your arm, would you be okay with just cleaning it up with some paper and calling it a day?
That's true.
Never. It's a forearm flutter. Like fucking scrubbing it off.
Yeah.
But when it's between your cheeks, you'll just smoosh it around with some dry paper
Yeah.
and go on your day.
Yeah,
No,
I
wipes are the bare minimum.
Yeah. Wet wipes are good. Dude
Yeah.
wipes.
Dude
Shower.
wipes,
Dude
like
wipes.
bare minimum. I said like the absolute bottom rung is spit on toilet paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's the Alabama wet wipe.
A wet wipe.
Trash.
Yeah, that's your own. As long as it's like your own spit, or at least
Yeah.
like just.
I'm not asking you to
If
spit
you got
on
like a
it.
dry mouth, you just like take it and you just put it underneath and tell the other guy like, "Hey, wet this one up for me."
As long as they're in your top five.
I got
on
cotton
MySpace,
mouth. Can you
you're
get
good.
me wet?
Yeah, or like if you tap your toe and it's a Republican there next to you.
Yeah. Cross your eyes and puke. You're fine.
Look for the fucking hole in the wall.
Yeah, are those penny loafers? Little,
Penny
little tap,
loafers.
tap,
That's
tap,
it.
tap.
I had a pair, and I had fucking pennies in the penny
I
slot.
know we couldn't afford penny loafers.
No.
Yes.
We
Couldn't
had
afford penny loafers is one of the poorest things I've ever heard.
Yeah,
Penny
like,
loafers.
the penny loafers were like probably expensive.
Yeah, if they were
Like
real leather.
extra-
I'm talking about payless penny.
oh yeah, dude, pleather.
Mhm. Shark skin.
Dude, now I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm back in. I was out, and then you said shark skin.
Oh, you've
penny
never worn?
loafers?
I'm wearing a shark skin undergarment right now.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Mine's just scaly.
Oh no.
That's the thing.
Just
You got
constantly wet
lizard?
Yeah,
thighs.
it's
Oh man, dude, just chafed like you went to Disney. All
or like,
day in
or I
fucking
just walked
cargo
outside for
shorts.
4 seconds.
Yeah, South Florida, baby.
Walk
Oh,
around, yeah, walk
Speaking
around
of
Disney.
cargo shorts,
Mm-hmm.
he was wearing cargo shorts when he fought these dudes. But what about Gary?
What?
Oh my God. Let's not.
What's
No, we were talking about fighting people and shit. And I was like, my first fight was in 3rd grade. And this dude, Gary Spaniak, he would wear pedal pushers, not cargo shorts.
fucking pedal pushers?
I didn't
So
know.
they're like the hat. They're like
They're like
a little bit
pants.
longer than cargo shorts, but smaller than pantalones. They're like they like cut off at the knee and you roll them up.
I
there.
remember now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pedal pushers, we call them.
Pantaloons.
Anyways, this motherfucker, we got into a fight, or I didn't know we were fighting until it was happening, but he started choking me and shit. This was in 3rd grade. And my dad taught me how to fight like at an early age or whatever. And I fucking power punched him right in the nose, broke his nose, like spraying blood type shit. And I got suspended for 7 days and he didn't get shit. We were talking about that yesterday. And as I'm talking about it, he sends me a picture. He found Gary Spaniak, which I didn't even know if he was still alive or not. And I'm like, that's it. I was like, he's got big ass teeth. That's all I remember. And fucking all of a sudden it's like, bloop, bloop. He's like, is this him? I'm like, yeah.
God,
I'm
dude,
like,
you're
holy
just
shit.
blasting him here.
Yeah, and I told him, I'm like, I will bet you $100 his dad's name was Gary as well.
It was.
And he's the 3rd,
Yeah.
actually.
Oh
Gary-
man,
There's
dude.
nobody's name.
Gary hates his name.
Yeah.
No, I don't hate it. It's just you don't have if your name's Gary,
Your
it's
dad's
because your
Gary.
dad named you Gary after him.
Yeah.
It's like no one's just like, you know what's a good name? It's Gary.
You never. Yeah.
So we were talking about
I
like
don't love it.
giving Gary a call and having me apologize to him live
Well, I
on
think we
podcast.
negated that when you called him fucking horse teeth. a second
Oh,
ago.
yeah.
You just remember that he had big teeth.
Yeah,
He
he had
still
big
does.
teeth. He
Pretty
still
sure that's still.
does. He has really big teeth. Shout out to you, Gary. I'm sorry for punching you in the fucking nose, even though I got the raw end of the deal and you started it. Bye.
Got a feeling.
That's
That's not an apology,
We're
is it?
doing the Lord's work here.
that's not Steve Buscemi and Billy Madison. He's not crossing your name out right there. He's
Yeah,
he's
you're
gonna,
like
highlight it.
sniper.
He's gonna,
Yeah.
still killing that motherfucker.
Still killing counsel. I got to
What?
pee one more time. Can I?
Sure.
Okay. Sorry.
Rock on.
I'm
We're gonna play the music.
All right, play the music. Right. I feel.
Oh, it's like
Pizza should be here in a second. So when you get back, we'll wrap up.
oh, I got hot ears.
You don't mind bringing me back here real quick from that? I appreciate it.
You need to jog your ass over there.
I'm on it, doggone it.
Oh yeah, you got to drive there and jog back. Work off that pizza.
I'm fucking beat, dude.
I'm starting to feel it. Like usually I
I can put the pizza on the counter and we can just go right after this and get shit going. I'm okay with that too.
I'm down to eat,
Okay.
drive. Oh, at the same time. This Mazda's not going to be that fun to fuck up.
Now it's a Mazda.
It sucks. Like I almost like
I
died.
did like RX-7s when I was a kid.
Like
When I was a kid.
people talk about that rotary motor or some shit. Whatever.
Yeah. I don't know anything about that. I just like the Hot Wheel car. And it made me like RX-7s for a while.
It's hard to drive with these cars because like I'm used to like being on a kid. Like you know, I make moves that like almost are like they're not good when you don't have a car that goes fast.
No, that does not move.
That Corvette's fast.
That'd be fun.
That thing's it's a lot of fun to drive.
The car that the only cool car that I really got to drive was the Ferrari Italia, and it was fucking insane.
Yeah, that it's not quite as good. I've drove a Ferrari before, but this it feels like you're in a Ferrari.
I believe it. No, that was like my buddy turned 40, and his wife, bought him like the exotic driving experience. And
Yeah.
before Disney used to have like that track before they closed it down,
Mhm.
and we went out there, and he drove a Lamborghini Diablo at fucking like 60 around the entire track because he's
Yeah.
a CPA.
That sounds like me.
It was like 10 and 2.
I'm gonna flip it.
And then he drove the Lamborghini Diablo, and I drove the Ferrari Italia, and it was fucking pretty
Shit,
fun.
I got pulled over doing 146 on the way up to Wyoming. Well, I didn't get pulled over. Technically, he caught me 2 hours later at a gas station, and because I'd blown by him, I never saw him, and so
Technically,
I pull over to gas, and like I'm coming out, like not too very aggressively, like comes up on me. He's like, "Hey, I've been chasing you for 2 hours," and I was like, "No, you it. He's like, yeah, I have. And I'm like, how do you know it was me? He's like, I didn't see a car for 2 hours before, and I didn't see a car for 2 hours after. I didn't see a car. It was Wyoming in the middle of quarantine at like 4 a.m. And I was, or no, it was Utah. It was the middle of Utah, driving from Vegas to Wyoming. And I drove overnight to go to do that show. And I was like, hour, didn't see nobody doing like 100. Another hour, didn't see anybody doing 120.
You tested this.
I was punching it for around 140 for like an hour or so straight.
Oh my God.
And
Did
so,
an engine stay at
yeah,
that?
that Cadillac ATSV, I was fucking just smashing it.
Shit's just
And-
glowing.
And I was like, he's like, you're doing 146 miles an hour when you pass me. I'm like, there's no way. And I'm like, do you even have jurisdiction or whatever? He's like, I'm a state trooper. And I was like, man, I'm like, I don't think you can prove that. He's like, oh, I definitely can. And I was like, and I had a Policeman's Memorial Fund license plate on the back of my frame on the back of my car. And he said, why do you have that? I'm like, oh, my family, always have been involved in law enforcement our whole lives, which is true. Like almost every one of us has been in jail. And
I'm going to say, but we don't pour the cups.
On the wrong side of the fence.
My dad got me that 100% just for tickets.
Yeah.
He donates like $5 a year against the frame.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, there's no one out here. Like, you're really gonna? It's like, I can take you to jail for that. I'm like, really? He's like, and I started talking to him like about street hall. He's like, Big Chief,
Yeah.
Farm Truck Nation. I was like, yeah, man. Like, I could call them right now.
Like,
You know? Yeah, and he's like,
I'm wearing the shirt.
Oh, nice.
Trucking Asian, baby.
amazing.
Oh, you are actually. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, amazing.
Love
Yeah.
those guys.
And I was like, man, I'm sorry I'd make your job hard. I'm like, oh, were you gonna just follow me forever? He's like, no, man. He's like, this is what I do. Like, I drive and then
To one end and back.
he's like, I get my coffee and then I drive back. You just happen to be here. And I was like, motherfucker. And he's like, yeah, he's like, I can't write you a ticket for this because you have to go to jail, which is way that way.
Yeah.
And I was
Oh.
like, so what are you going to do? He's like, I'm not going to do anything. Just if I ever pull you over again, though, you're going to jail. I'm like, you won't because you can't catch me, motherfucker.
Straight out.
Yeah, I didn't get lucky, but I didn't see a car for hours
Never
and
saw
hours and
one.
hours.
That's what they always say. Never saw them.
No, I never did. I mean, I was going so fast and he was like probably in the cut somewhere.
I got pulled over one time. I didn't get a ticket. In like the back, like woods areas of Florida where they have like those like highways that connect to highways, but
Yeah.
there's nothing on them. And I was hauling ass and went right. There's no way this guy would ever caught me either. Same situation, but I was a kid and I was scared to shit and back.
Yeah.
But he passed me in one of those fucking Barney Fife cars with the one whoopee light bulb.
Yeah.
Like it was the least cool car to get pulled.
Oh yeah,
But-
I'm bailing for one of those.
But I just,
still.
the only reason why he didn't give me a ticket is because I saw him in my rearview mirror pop on his light and had to do, the road was so narrow, he had to do like a 3-point turn. So it was very uncool for him. So I just went ahead and waited for him to get there.
100% the opposite of that.
Well, there was nowhere to go, dude. The road was forever with nothing. Like,
I
it
know
would
you're
have
talking
eventually got,
Like 27. It's
Yeah,
fucking
shit like that.
Gator Alley.
I would put it in the fucking Everglades and just rain.
no, because you die in there too.
Yeah.
Oh, the car would have gone in there. I would have not.
These fucking gators, snakes.
The rule of thumb: you just run till you can't anymore.
Another words of wisdom for the kids.
Yeah, just run. Hey,
Just
especially
run.
especially if you're a kid.
Run
shit.
away from
Fight
run away
back.
from home.
Always fight back.
You have a problem with your parents, just run away,
Yeah,
dude.
if you're
I
a
did it.
kid, like you cannot go to prison. Kids, they can't take you. When you get to be 18, you can't do that no more. Run.
I
You
ran
can
away from
threaten
home and
all
look at me.
cops if you're under the age of 18.
Yeah.
It's legal.
Just go.
I ran away from home and look at me. I'm doing great.
Yeah.
I'm on this podcast right now, smoking a vape,
Yeah, don't
Killing
smoke
it,
vape.
Mom.
Run from the cops. Yes, vapes. No,
straight
those things will
killing
kill
it.
you.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
There's 3 reasons to run: cops, dogs, ice cream trucks.
Dude, we did
True.
the Lord's work today.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
think we did.
Hallelujah.
Dude, you're welcome on anytime. You don't have to drive from Coconut Creek every time. You can join us
Fly if you'd
remotely
like.
if you want.
Yeah, I'll fly.
We do lots of shit. So you're
Well,
welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm actually this worked out because tomorrow I'm helping shoot a short film in Orlando, so this cuts my drive time.
Get
Right.
a break and
Yeah.
you do
We're
an
just
hour and a
like
half.
Yeah.
Where's like a rest stop in his life?
Do what?
Where's the rest stop in your life?
Lot lizards.
Rest.
Lizards.
Like, hey, man, like I never got to experience that. And I think
No,
that's like
thank you.
I can't.
I don't do enough meth.
I don't think it's called an experience. I think it's called, some kind of fucking trauma.
What's the word when you're an excursion?
Oh, yeah.
It's an excursion, like Caribbean cruise lines.
An excursion that's missing 70% of its teeth.
Yeah, just stumbling out of fucking Big Lots.
Best place to find knockoff fucking snacks.
And DVDs. Like,
There's DVDs at Big
Oh
Lots.
yeah,
And
$5.
Is it all like the Appliance Direct commercial?
Yeah, no, there are a lot of like the combos, like the best of fucking Woody Allen or whatever.
Yeah, and
You've seen the late night show with the Appliance Direct guy, right? Or is that an Orlando only area?
Never saw it.
Holy shit, dude. It's just right up your alley.
Yeah.
And it's real.
Yeah.
It's this guy that owns like this scratch and dent appliance fucking store.
Yeah.
Like that comes on and is like, you can buy this.
Yeah.
And you can buy that. And
Okay.
it's all night. It's like, what about this? And
Oh my God.
it's fucking amazing.
it still
sounds
exists.
I had a buddy that used to invite his friends from out of town and just turn it on like it wasn't anything different than
Yeah.
normal.
Yeah.
And it's just this fucking dude who's like smiling really big and pointing at appliances for an
I
hour
love
and a
that.
half.
Actually, our latest video out right now is called Urniture. It's a furniture store where you can piss on the furniture.
Why?
I don't know. Well, I'll tell you why. Actually, this one was serendipitous. I was driving down. I was driving down the road, and there was a furniture store with a lit up sign, and the F was out, and I was like, "Urniture, urinature." And then I called up my buddy. I was
Urinature.
like, "Okay, furniture store where you can piss on the furniture," and he was like, "Done."
Oh,
So some kind lady let us film this sketch in her all night on their off day in their store and fake pissing on everything, and it's so good. It's like
how do you even bring up this question to people?
so weird. I actually started asking local furniture places, and I had this whole thing about like we have general liability, and we won't if we damage anything, we'll buy it. And a couple people responded like fuck no. And then
I like that they responded
Yeah.
and said, fuck no.
yeah, it actually happened that one of the main players in the Real Idiots dated a girl that was like the manager of a used furniture store, like a thrift store.
Oh, so there's already pissed on.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was like, fucking, isn't that what you do when you go to Goodwill?
yeah. So
Like, you just urinate on
yeah,
stuff and
it's
leave?
part of the
I
process.
I would buy the cheapest new shit before I bought any like furniture, like pants.
Yeah.
It's some shit you just.
Oh
can't
no,
afford.
I'm a Goodwill kid for sure.
Yeah, but
And especially when we're doing,
I can't put on somebody's worn pants.
yeah, I'm like
No.
maybe I had to at one point in my life, but no.
Yeah.
for like props and wardrobe, I always hit up the Goodwill first.
Well, that makes sense.
But I'm not wearing them. It's my actors.
Oh yeah, I'll staple them shits on the actor.
And when I'm acting, I'm wearing my own shit. But so it just so turned out that she was a huge fan of what we did, and she was like, "Oh, absolutely, blah blah blah." I was like,
That's cool.
"Are you sure?" And she was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "All right, there's gonna be a lot of people there." She's like, "Just park in the back." And
It's called casting couch.
yeah, exactly. So go watch Urniture. It has over 20,000 views, and it's a good watch. But it's in our wheelhouse. But it's not just a fake commercial. It's a short film that morphs into a fake commercial and then morphs back into a short film.
Dude, the way that you guys sew everything together is amazing. I can't recommend it enough.
Thank you.
And I live in, like I said, a cutaway land.
Yeah.
In my own head.
That's the best part
I
of Family Guy.
Yeah, I step away from things when I'm watching things happen. I'm like, there's, what was it, Hitler with the bowling pins on a fucking unicycle.
Yeah.
Like, that's what's going on in the back of my head.
Yeah.
Watching two people argue at Walmart.
So if you like Cutaways and Family Guy, you like our shit because it's all that.
Very kind of Tim and Eric.
Yes, 100%. That's those are my gods. Honestly, shout out to them. So I
Geniuses.
had been doing this shit before I ever heard of Tim and Eric because it was like they got Awesome Show, Great Job. They had shit prior to that. I think they started doing stuff in college, but my buddy at the time put me onto them, and I had already been doing it, but that literally just like validated the like, oh, I can do this. This is like people like this, and it's just not me because like this is what's in my head all the time is like straight acid humor.
It's
And
fear and loathing, dude. Just
no, that when I saw Tim and Eric Awesome Show, Great Job, that lit a fire under my ass, and I was like, okay, this is okay to do this. Not that I was looking for validation. I was going to do it anyways, but it definitely motivated.
It's funny how that
me.
works though, right? Because you're going to be successful at this.
Thank you.
And it's honestly because somebody else took a chance on doing something that was themselves acting like fools.
Exactly.
There's a lot of power in stepping out of your shell because it allows other people to step out of their shell.
And we've definitely like kind of paved our own path. Like there's like, you know what our real house is. It's fake commercials and shit. But the fact that they made it okay for that to be successful and showed me that people enjoy this literally was like, okay, it was like a sigh of relief. I'm like, I was just doing it for me and my buddies to drink a bunch of Bud Light at the time. But
it would be one of those.
yeah. Hashtag too soon. But we were definitely sponsored by Bud Light. If you look at any of our early videos, there's always a 24 of Bud Light in the background.
We drink Miller High Life.
Yeah. The High Life too. Yeah. Champagne and beers for sure. But
Classy shit.
whatever was cheapest. We would just get off of work because I worked with the guy that I started doing it with. And I was like, I make videos. He's like, me too. And then we would get off of work and go to my house and just
He
make
was
something up.
zipping the front of his mask, and you were like, "Whoa, man!"
Someone's putting
Lay off, dude. I know it's a look.
Lay off.
making sure you put enough lotion on.
No, honestly, the first time I met him, we're not cool anymore, unfortunately. I miss him. I hope he's doing well. But the first time I met him, he was my busboy and I was the waiter. And he comes up to me, he's like, "Hey, man." Yeah. Yeah. So he comes up to me, he's like, "Hey, man, I know this is like my first day and shit, but like I was up all night tripping on acid, so like take it easy." And I was like, "I like you. I like this guy."
He was honest.
Yeah. And I took it easy on him. And that same fucking night, we went to my house and we made a fucking movie called Wrench Burger about this trainer that feeds people cheeseburgers with like metal wrenches in them. It's horrible. It's online somewhere, but I wouldn't recommend it.
I
Maybe.
would.
So you love the old Adam Sandler CD bits?
Yes, of course.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
I know this guy who's got a big fucking big man.
Yeah. Yes, I have a few of his CDs for sure.
Love
But
it, dude. I could do this all night, talk
Okay.
about all this shit. You're welcome back. Genuinely appreciate you. In studio session. Look, dude, you're a little red there on that.
oh, I
red.
got sunburn just there.
just there. How does that?
It's crabs.
You got-
I have crabs. I
you
had
got a
too many
whole-
cheddar biscuits the other night. Oh, that's the best.
Gary, you
shit.
got anything before we wrap up?
Ah, shit. Man,
We got shows in the morning, and
I don't really wrap up, you know?
you never
We
do.
talked about that earlier.
Yeah,
Like, you just
fucking
get
raw
rid of that
dog.
shit.
You use that lambskin thing still? Wasn't that a thing?
Oh,
Just
yeah,
say you love me.
that's weird. But we got some shit cooking.
Mm. Let's talk about that real
You
quick.
know, just we were talking about some sketch stuff.
Yeah, if I can be involved in this in any way, shape, or form, please.
100%.
Someone's got to like help.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yes.
We're up.
This is a dream come true.
Yeah.
I get to help people with the other half of the show and fucking sketch comedy shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
like someone's got to help us. Like
tell 'em,
stay on
Gary. Tell 'em
track
what you're
and,
talking
like,
about.
Be the voice of reason sometime, and then someone's got to help you when you don't want to be the voice of reason anymore, and you want to fucking go nuts.
No, dude.
I certainly am
So-
not the voice of reason,
Yeah,
but
so
I
we all
can.
got
there
to
might be a pizza outside.
we got to take turns. Well, anyways, it's called Now That's Sketchy. Was it?
Well, that's sketchy.
Well, that's sketchy.com. Well, that's sketchy.com.
Yeah. And
I
then,
like that.
we're going to start I'm going to try to start a Reddit, and it'll be open to everybody that does sketch comedy or, sketchy shit. And we'll just try to have a platform for people to do weird shit, because that's what I do. And I run into a lot of roadblocks on Reddit with all these rules and shit. Obviously, if your shit's trash, we're going to fucking boot it. But if it's good enough, it'll be on there, and we'll run some competitions and just make sketch comedy great again, because there's not a ton of it.
Dude, we'll get Jonah in on that. Our old intern, he fucking loves that kind of shit. He ran around USF in a fucking Spider-Man costume for like fucking 3 days,
Nice.
just for no reason.
No, I like that.
You wonder though, like, how liberating is it to be a mascot at times? Or,
I don't
like,
know. Would you
being
be nude?
known,
Would
but
you
not
be
known?
nude if you were a
Yeah,
mascot?
until Conor McGregor comes up.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
at the
you
Heat
fucking-
game. Shout out to the Heat.
And he Facebooked up.
Yeah,
I've done way too many shout outs. Can we take that one out? I think.
Don't worry, the
I
first
think-
like 7, he wasn't recording your mic. So
Okay.
Yeah,
I
I
think
turned
two
you
is
off.
the. I think two shout outs
yeah.
is the max.
Shout out to shout outs.
Shout outs, dude.
Shout outs to B
Hashtag
Audio.
shout out.
Yeah. Hashtag blessings to you all.
Oh,
Hashtag Pizza Hut.
Well,
killed a word.
words are dumb. I just want to say thank you guys so much for having me. It's been awesome. I hope I didn't make a fool of myself, but I will give one last shameless plug. If you like comedy, and especially weird comedy, you can watch. We have over 300 videos on YouTube, and it's The Real Idiots. And go check it out. And I'll tell you what I tell everybody. We have our first playlist is on there, and it's called Our Favorites. If you like one, you're probably gonna like more. If you don't like
Absolutely.
if you don't like the first one, then it's just not for you. And you can go fucking fuck yourself.
Keep watching.
Yeah, but also hit subscribe since we're friends. We're friends now.
In 2 E's.
Everybody go like, subscribe, watch. You're gonna fucking love it. It's
Thank you.
hysterical.
Thank you.
And it's real people having real fun, making cool shit.
Real idiots.
Real.
That's the real people having real fun. The Real Idiots.
Burger.
REEL.
I wish we were having real pizza, but
All right.
he got pizza.
Remember, everybody, be cool, keep learning. Fuck out.